1 second from half court. Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh,
did he bring it in? He did.
It is
caught.
Welcome to the championship game of the IHSA 2025 Class 1A State Baseball Tournament presented by Country Financial. The visitors will be the Griffins of Father McGivney. The Crusaders of Ottawa Marquette will be the home team. Now let's meet the personnel involved in this game. For the visiting team, the Griffins of Father McGivney, who enter the game with a record of 38 wins and 3 losses, please meet head coach Chris Irwin, with a career record of 206 wins and 15 losses over 7 years. The assistant coaches for Father McGivney, Mike Stover, Peter Dorgan, John Hubbard, and Donovan Irvin. And now the starting lineup for the Griffins. Batting first, the pitcher number 20, Cannon Cam. Batting second, the right fielder, number 1, Omar Avalos. Batting third, the shortstop, number 28, Drew Kleinheider. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 34, Justin Terhar. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 8, Mason Holmes. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 27, Ben Sink. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 15, Scott Phelps. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 5, Ty Atchison. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 7, Riley Sudbury. The designated player playing left field, number 22, David Carroll. And welcome the rest of the Griffins. And now for the home team, the Crusaders of Ottawa Marquette, who entered the game with a record of 34 wins and 3 losses. Please meet head coach Ty Hopkins, with a career record of 684 and 185 over 27 years. The assistant coaches, Brian Bressner, Jimmy D'Angelo, Brad Waldron, and Matt Nelson. The athletic trainer is Brady Peters. And the manager is Steve Pizza Shearer. And now the starting lineup for the Crusaders. Batting first, the shortstop number 15, Alec Novotny. Batting second, the pitcher number 22, Griffin Silverstein. Batting third, the first baseman number 32, Sam Petrie. Batting fourth, the catcher number 7, Keaton Davis. Batting fifth, the second baseman number 24, Anthony Couch. Batting sixth, the center fielder number 23, Grant Jost. Batting seventh, the right fielder number 9, Jackson Higgins. Batting eighth, the third baseman number 25, Caden Durden. And batting ninth, the designated hitter number 12, Peyton Gutierrez. The designated player playing left field, number 21, Easton DiBernardi. And welcome the rest of the Crusaders. The umpires for this game will be Matt Olson from Jacksonville behind the plate, Steve Williams from Swansea at first base, and Corey Nicklin from Aviston at third base. At this time, we ask that you stand and face the colors as soloist Leah Killian, a senior from Monticello High School, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the watery light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
It's time for championship baseball, Class 1A style here in the state of Illinois. And welcome to Illinois Field on the campus of the University of Illinois. Today's matchup, your 1A title game, will match Father McGivney against Ottawa Marquette. And hi again, everybody. Dave Bernhardt along with Hall of Fame coach Mark Lindo. So happy you could join us for this one. And Mark, I don't know if I have ever seen a 1A matchup matching two teams that combined record of 72-6.
Yeah, that is some serious baseball. Both these teams catapult themselves into the championship with convincing 4-inning wins yesterday, 15-run rule. That's correct, and these two teams can rake. They can hammer the baseball. So what's going to happen is who gives up the least free passes and who makes the solid plays defensively will take home the bigger of the 2 trophies here this afternoon.
Father McGivney, 38 wins and 3 losses on the season. They are the visiting team. Here's their batting order today in this title ball game. Cannon Camp to lead things off. He'll be doing the pitching. The right fielder, Omar Avalos, bats second. Drew Kleinheider, shortstop, is in the 3rd spot. Cleanup hitter, 3rd baseman, Justin Terhar. Mason Holmes, a first baseman, bats in the 5th spot. Ben Sink, the center fielder, followed by the catcher, Scott Phelps. Number 8 in the order is the second baseman, Ty Etchison. And then batting 9th for the Griffins, it is Riley Sutberry, the designated hitter. He is hitting for the left fielder, David Carroll. Marquette on the field defensively. Easton DiBernardi is in left, Grant Doze in center, and Jackson Higgins in right. 3rd baseman is Caden Durden. Shortstop, it's Alec Novotny. Anthony Couch is at second. Sam Mitri, the first baseman. Behind the plate, Keaton Davis. And then somewhat of a last-minute switch. The starting pitcher in this championship game will be Griffin Doberstein.
Hey, let's look at Doberstein's numbers. He comes in 8-1 on the season. A sparkling 1.12 earned run average, 67 strikeouts against just 16 walks. Doberstein is a solid one. We expected to see Alec Novotny. That was a late change that you had talked about. But Doberstein has those good numbers of his own. Just a sophomore. That young man has played shortstop, second base, outfield pitch. He's done it all. And what he's called upon to do now is bring his team home a state championship, trying to go back-to-back. So here to call the 2A state championship, as we'll crown it here in the next 2 hours, my partner, the Hall of Fame voice of the IHSA. Here's Dave Bernhardt. Let's crown a championship.
You bet, Mark. Thank you very much. And a big crowd here. Father McGivney has loaded up the first base side, and then from the home plate area all the way around to the 3rd base side is Ottawa Marquette. Cannon Camp to step in to face the first pitch of this championship game from Griffin Doberstein. Pitch down and in just a bit. Camp, a .405 hitter yesterday in that 16-1 win. He was 1 for 2 with 6 runs batted in. Camp, great leadoff hitter, on base percentage, and you can tell just by the way he approaches that batter's box that he owns it.
Had a home run yesterday.
That was a grand slam, so yes, that's where 4 of those 6 RBIs came from.
He just lit up and ignited his crowd with that long ball.
2-1 count to Camp. He'll look at strike 2. That does not faze him. He'll get right back in. Camp, the senior, hits this one to the left side, and that's going to get through. Base hit to lead things off for Father McGivney here in the first.
Really nice job by SIU commit Camp, because that ball was on the outer edge. We just talked about his long ball ability. Stayed within himself. The ball's pitched away. He got it through this quick turf infield to lead things off. Great start for the Griffins of Father McGivney.
Omar Avalos sits in that 2nd spot, sophomore right fielder. Yesterday, 3 hits, including a triple in his 4 at-bats. He knocked in a couple and scored a run.
He was fun to watch yesterday. Did a nice job patrolling right field as well.
He had a ball that hit high off the right field wall, and just because of what runners were doing in front of him, he was held to a single. So a triple and a near home run. Camp short lead at first. Avalos to the right side. Snagged there by Couch. They'll get the force at second.
That was a really nice play by Couch for 2 reasons. One, he had to lay out, actually went down to his knees, slid going to his glove side. But 2, I thought he had to go to first base, but he's a little bit smarter than me. He got the lead runner anyway, although it's a definite running situation for Omar Avalos at first base. He's sitting there with 34 SBs on the year.
Yeah, his head coach, Chris Irwin, in his 5th season, calls Avalos a fellow with elite speed. Drew Kleinheider hits out of the 3-hole. Kleinheider hit it in 2 at-bats yesterday. He had 3 runs batted in. Avalos stays. That pitch a little bit low. Kleinheider on the season, a .405 average. He's driven in 48 runs on the year. A look over to Avalos. Kleinheider looks at a pitch up in the strike zone. Our umpires today, the home plate umpire is Matt Olson. At first base, Steve Williams. And Corey Nicklin, the umpire at third. Lining up outside here on a 1-1 count. Defending state champs, Ottawa Marquette. Avalos stays. Kleinheider hits this one hard to right center field. Avalos breaking on contact. Avalos around to third. And the Griffins have something going early.
Good piece of hitting. That was a fastball up in the middle of the zone. And he took that ball, kept his hands inside the baseball, laced that to right field. Good job of hitting. Ball in front of Avalos with his speed and the vision to know where the center fielder was at. Easily sets up this first and third situation.
Most dangerous hitter on the team. And a team loaded with them is at the plate. Justin Terhart. Take a fastball up high, 84 miles per hour on that pitch from Griffin Doberstein. Terhart with a hit and 2 at-bats yesterday. 5.09 average coming into this tournament. There goes the runner at first. Terhart puts the ball on the ground. Struggling and unable to make the play at first. A run is scored on the ground out. And runners will end up at second and third. McGivney with the early 1-0 lead. Well, shortstop Alec Novotny was stumbling across the artificial turf. His throw was not a great one, an error on the play and a run in. An opportunity for a big early inning for Novotny.
A little bit of confusion by Marquette in the middle infield because on the stolen base that was taking place attempt, both the second baseman and shortstop went towards second to cover.
With a run in, Mason Holmes, a number 5 hitter, will come into the batter's box. This one is roped into right field. Scoring easily will be Kleinheider. Being held at third is Terhart. It's 2-0. RBI single from Mason Holmes.
The hit parade already. 4 hits up on the big board as they are getting some good passes at the baseball right now against Griffin Doberstein.
Already we're at the number 6 hitter in the order. That's Ben Sink. Runner at third is Terhart. Runner at first is Holmes. Sink, .333 average on the year. Had a hit and 2 at-bats yesterday. He'll hit this one high, carrying deep right field. The right fielder, Higgins, is back. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Terhart, and he will score the 3rd run of the inning on the sacrifice fly from Ben Sink.
Good job by Sink getting elevation, driving that ball deep to right field. Good job by Higgins, who kept backpedaling, getting a good beat on the baseball, makes a throw into second. Smart play there. 3 runs up on the board.
Scott Phelps will stand in that left-handed batter's box. He's the catcher, the junior. 16-hit attack yesterday. As you mentioned, Mark, 4 hits already here in this first inning. Make that 11-hit attack yesterday, 16 runs for Father McGivney.
Yeah, Avalos had 3 hits. Etchinson and Ty Etchins had 2. Everybody else didn't line up. Had to settle for just 1 knock. 16 runs on the board.
They only played 4 innings yesterday, each of these teams. That's the extent of their tournament action here coming into this game. Phelps checks it up.
Phelps, a junior catcher. Just He passes the eye test. I mean, he just absolutely looks like a baseball player and looks like a catcher.
That will take the count to 3-1. Out to Couch. He'll go the easy way to second. Now we'll close out the inning. But 3 runs, and they happen in a hurry. 3 runs on 4 hits. And now it's time for Ottawa Marquette to try to make a dent in this early 3-0 lead.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Ottawa Marquette, defending state champs from a year ago, that of course played in Peoria that season, defeated Altamont in the state championship game 6-2. They bring a 34-3 record into this one. They'll lead it off with Alec Novotny. The shortstop will be followed by the pitcher, Griffin Doberstein. Hard-hitting first baseman Sam Mitri bats third. Catcher Keaton Davis in a cleanup spot. Second baseman Anthony Couch in the 5th hole. Grant Dose follows him, the center fielder. Number 7 in the order is Jackson Higgins, the right fielder. Caden Durden at third base. The designated hitter Peyton Gutierrez rounds out the offensive order for head coach Todd Hopkins in his 27th season, 684 years. 684 wins, I should say.
That would have dated him.
He's a veteran, but not so much. By the way, Gutierrez batting for the left fielder, Easton DiBernardi. Defensively for Father McGivney, it's David Carroll, Ben Sink, and Omar Avalos left to right in the outfield. Third baseman is Justin Terhard. Drew Kleinheider is at short. Second baseman Ty Etchison. Mason Holmes at first base. I mentioned Scott Phelps behind the plate. And Cannon Camp will do the pitching today for the Griffins.
And why not bring home a championship opportunity? 8-1, 52 innings pitched, 1.75 earned run average. Very solid 51 strikeouts in 52 innings and just 11 base on balls for Cannon Kemp, who can't be any more happy than take a 3-0 lead into his very first inning of work. Again, he's a captain. We expect him to be in the 80s. He'll throw a fastball, a changeup, a slider. He can do it all on the hill.
Alec Novotny will look to get things started for the Crusaders. Novotny, a couple of RBIs yesterday, 2 hits in 3 at-bats. Talk about a do-it-all type of guy. Here's one right here in Novotny. 405 average on the season. He gets set to face Camp. First pitch. Skies it. Short center field. Coming hard is Sink. On the full run, he'll make the grab. Quick out. And the pitcher, Griffin Doberstein. Doberstein originally in the lineup. The original lineup card we got today showed Novotny pitching and Doberstein at short. But just as Marquette was getting ready to take the infield, word reached upstairs, they're going to flip-flop those two. Doberstein giving up 3 runs in the top of this inning. 86 miles per hour on that fastball from Camp. That may be the highest reading that we have seen here this weekend.
Yeah, he can hurry it up there. SIUE will get his talents. He's a good one.
Took a little off that one.
Crusaders are beneficiaries of 6 base on balls yesterday, and 5 times they were hit by pitches. So my math tells me that was 11 quote-unquote free runners yesterday. That's how they got 16 on the board.
This is Sky to left field. That ball's carrying to the 330 mark and gone! Wow! Doberstein goes yard.
That ball kept hugging the line down the 330. He got it inside the pole. Now he's going to get it from his teammates. The greeting at home plate. The celebration, they needed one, and they got it right there with one swing of the bat. And we watch those flags in center field right now, and you are definitely getting some wind aid help to left from right field to left field.
Third home run of the season for Doberstein. And that brought the Marquette crowd back into it. Sam Mitri hitting third. Mitri, a quiet day yesterday for him. He was 0 for 3. He was the only regular, the only starter who did not get a hit. He did have an RBI, had a sacrifice fly. Mitri, hard-hitting first baseman, 4-year varsity player. .5'11", 220-pounder. Mitri will play his collegiate ball at Parkland Junior College. That is right here in Champaign-Urbana.
Came in hitting a robust .465, so he can hammer as well.
Gets this one, he'll fight it off and fist it into left field.
That just shows how strong he is. That ball's in on his hands. He was able to muscle it over the shortstop's head.
Catcher Keaton Davis. 2 of the 12 hits that Marquette put on the board in 4 innings yesterday. He's a .434 hitter. Mitri banged up about a week or so ago, so not the best of wheels. Davis, senior catcher. 6'1", 180.
Short lead at first by Mitri. Don't want to take the bat out of the hands of Keaton Davis here.
Mitri diving back.
That's just a courtesy throw that I know you're there. Mitri, you're normally not a man to run on his own as Kemp gets a long look in. And he paints the outer edge on that one. Outfield playing pretty straight away, relatively deep. Ben Sink in center field, shading toward right field just a mite.
1-1 pitch coming up to Davis. He'll send this straight back over our heads. First inning has been a very active inning here. So we're in our 6th game of this weekend. A lot of scoring early. 4 runs, 6 hits already here, and we have just 1 out in the bottom of the first. Davis hits this one. This one's hooking, and that's going to be foul. You saw the entire Marquette fan section leap to their feet. We had a good angle on it. It was not going to be fair. They didn't get that same angle. But Davis hit it hard. Evens it up at 2-2. Todd Hopkins, the third base coach, the head coach, just staying with his arms crossed. Now he'll go through some signs. Grabbed his 2 earlobes, went down each of his arms, then down his right pant leg.
Canada Camp has him set up. He could throw a hard breaking ball down and away here.
Pitch from Camp. He went up and hard.
He's trying to be overpowering right now, which is fine. He's just touched 84 on that one.
Short lead for Mitri. And there's your off-speed pitch, and that gets Davis. Second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Camp.
Yeah, they went powder ball, back to back. I thought he'd go with a breaking ball on the prior pitch. He did not. He had really good late break on that one. Got it out the 3 spot, down and away, and registers the K.
2 gone now. Or the second baseman, Anthony Couch. Couch lifts this one in the air to left field. Driving the left fielder back and right in front of the fence. David Carroll will make the catch. Oh my. Long ball, one leaves the yard, one almost. In the end, it's a 1-run inning for Marquette, and they trail Father McGivney 3-1 as we go to the second inning. Sun is out here in Champaign. The wind has picked up a little bit, blowing from right to left. And the air has been very light here today, or this weekend actually. The ball is carried well to left field.
About 12 miles an hour right now blowing out to left field.
Yeah, that's significant difference from what this weekend has been.
Right.
The flags didn't move yesterday.
That's been insignificant.
It will be 8-9-1 for McGivney as we get ready to start the top of the second inning. Father McGivney, 3 losses on the season. 2 came in their second and third games of the season. They were in Tennessee and lost to National Powerhouse 4-1 after being tied with Magnolia Heights. Then fell to a team from Tennessee. Back-to-back losses, and that came on the 20th and the 21st of March. And then a run of 27 straight victories. The last loss came May 14th against O'Fallon. O'Fallon playing for a spot in a super sectional in 4A today. Here's Ty Etchison.
That's pretty amazing when you think that they lost those games in March on their spring trip down in Memphis. And since then, they literally have lost 1 ball game, in the last 7-8 weeks.
Think about that for a second. But did you see the NAIA team that won the national title and went 56-0?
That's not too bad. I did not see that. That's unheard of.
Good year.
How do you not lose a baseball game?
That's impossible. Until somebody does it. 0-2. When Doberstein almost missed, and when I say almost missed, that ball was supposed to be in the left-handed batter's box. Almost missed hitting in his catcher and nearly got a strike out of it. Well, he thought he might get one there, and nothing doing.
He's back-to-back competitive pitches. Didn't get the call either time, but he is right around it.
There it is. First strikeout of the game for Doberstein. Good pitch to get Etchison down on strikes. Riley Sutberry, the designated hitter, batting for the left fielder, David Carroll.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 7, Riley Sutberry.
Pitch up to Sutberry. Sutberry a .292 batting average this season. Doberstein back on the mound after hitting that solo home run in the last half inning. Two balls and a strike with 1 out, the number 9 hitter.
Doberstein really good command of that pitch. These last 2 sequences.
And he gets him looking. Sudbury knew it. Doberstein finding his rhythm, struggled last inning. We'll go back to the top of the order, and the pitcher, Cannon Kemp, he started things off with a single, leading off this game.
He came into this tournament with an on-base percentage of .550. He was on base 1 out of 2 yesterday, already 1 out of 1 run scored today. He's now scored up to date 53 runs on the season. He gets on, things happen. Both those school records for base on balls and on-base percentage.
53 runs scored in 41 games. Camp sees a lot of pitches. This one goes to left. This ball's got some carry to it as well. And the catch is made. Easton DiBernardi against the wall. What a fabulous catch from DiBernardi.
My, oh my, he was running out of real estate, but no, he knew where he was at. He can't feel the difference in color between green and brown for the turf here, but indeed, he had a beat on the baseball, hit the wall, but held on for a great, great catch.
McGivney goes up and down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Marquette down 3-1.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Father McGivney with its 5th straight 30-win season. The last 5 years, 172 wins. Second appearance in the state finals for Father McGivney, a school that was founded in 2012. First one came in the finals, the second place finish in 2021. That was the year that it was, I will call that the COVID baseball year, because the two tournaments, 1A, 2A, was split from 3A, 4A. For Ottawa Marquette, this is the 5th state finals in the last 7 years. Marquette was state championships in 2019 and 24. They were 3rd in 22 and a 4th place finish in 2018. All this under head coach Todd Hopkins, the IHS BCA Hall of Famer.
Father McGivney, relatively young with that 12 years. They do have a state championship today. Bernhard, the bass fishing team, won it all.
Well, that is quite the accomplishment. Bass fishing finals are today, by the way. Etchison over to Holmes for the first out of the inning. Bring us to Jackson Higgins. Higgins, the right fielder for the Crusaders. Higgins had a hit in 3 at-bats yesterday, scored a run, drove in a run. Higgins with a double as one of his hits yesterday.
Young man is unique in that he's an entrepreneur. He owns his own excavating business. How about that when you're in high school?
That's planning ahead. High in the air. Carroll didn't see it at first. Now the shortstop will drift back. Kleinheider will make the catch. 2 quick outs. Efficient inning pitch-wise here for Camp. Number 8 hitter, Caden Durden. Sophomore third baseman for Marquette, hits from the left side.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Caden Durden.
Good time to try a drag bunt.
Takes the full hack. First baseman Mason Holmes back behind the bag.
Yeah.
Camp's been right there in that 84, 85, 86 range all day. Wrapped out to the second baseman, Etchison. A 1-2-3 inning. After a 4-run first inning combined, nothing across in the second. 2 innings gone here in your Class 1A state championship ball game, and it's a 3-1 Father McGivney lead.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
Come on! What's wrong with you?
You're watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. And we are coming to you this weekend from Illinois Field here on the campus of the University of Illinois. Next week, we'll get things started at 10 a.m. on Friday right here on the NFHS Network. And we will come to you from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet for Class 3A and 4A championship action.
You love baseball? This is the place to find it today and next weekend.
Omar Avalos to start the third inning. Both teams went down in order last inning. Avalos rips this one foul past Mitri at first base. We've seen a little bit of everything from Avalos here in these two games. He can swing the bat.
Yeah, I love watching him play. I love watching him on the bases, and he's really a solid right fielder as well.
He had a triple yesterday that was entertaining just to watch him go from home to third. And that catches the corner. Count evens at 2-2. Avalos will be followed by Kleinheider and Terhar. Just missed.
Quality of bat going right now.
He's taking it full.
Yeah, count comes back to him by getting it to full.
Line drive left field, slicing just a little bit. And DiBernardi had to get up on his tippy toes there to make that catch.
Ball to line, goes to line. DiBernardi knew that ball was spinning away from him off the left-handed bat. Was able to stay with it, so he's had back-to-back fine catches.
Drew Kleinheider with a single as part of the 3-run inning. He scored a run.
Number 28, Drew Kleinheider.
Silverstein starts him with a fastball at 82. This one's carrying down the right field line, foul territory, and into the bullpen area. Kleinheider, the senior shortstop. Silverstein really working these Father McGivney hitters. Over half the games for Father McGivney have reached double figures in scoring.
Yeah, they can do it all. They go by the slogan, faith, family, and baseball, no excuses, and that's the way they play the game.
Kleinheider at the plate, headed to St. Louis University. It was Kleinheider that got the go-ahead run batted in the 8th inning of the Super Sectional. That was a revenge game, knocking out Jacksonville route after route. Beat McGivney last year in the Super. Busy day here so far for DiBernardi in left field. He's had the last 3 putouts.
Been automatic. That one was a can of corn. That was his easiest of the 3. He had one that took him to the wall off Camp's bat. Then Avalos had a banana the other way to him that he stayed with. That one, he got to get a little chance to camp under it and make an easy catch.
Terhar scored a run in the first inning. He had an infield single and eventually went to second on the error on the same play. And a run batted in. Again, a dangerous man at the plate. This one's hit hard to left center field. That will get down quickly over his dose to cut it off. Kleinheider, 2 for 2. Or make that Terhar 2 for 2.
Griffin's trying to get something going with 2 outs now. Didn't go down easily after going 1, 2, 3 in the second.
5th hit of the day for Father McGivney. To right field, giving ground is Higgins. Reads it perfectly and makes the catch. Harmless 2-out single. And for the second inning in a row, 0 on the board for Father McGivney. 2.5 innings in the book and a 3-1 lead for McGivney over Marquette.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
This is our championship game in 1A. Earlier we had a third place game in Class 1A, and that was won by Pawnee over Lexington. Pawnee, first ever appearance in finals in any sport, claims a third place trophy.
You mentioned Father McGivney. They opened their doors in 2012. School was started by a group of 17 people. That was their first class in 2012. Now they have a waiting list to get into Father McGivney. Father McGivney named after a priest and happens to be the priest that started the Knights of Columbus many years ago.
From Glen Carbon, Illinois. That's right outside St. Louis, right next to Edwardsville.
And they beat Edwardsville earlier in the year, right? Yes, they did.
Peyton Gutierrez, number 9 hitter. He'll get his first shot here at camp. Gutierrez had a hit in his one official at bat yesterday in that 4-inning win. And he can't catch up to that 83-mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah, first 2 pitches, he was overpowered. Climb the ladder one more time. If you're camping, you'll have a punch out.
Gutierrez right on it. And the right fielder Avalos makes that one-handed grab.
That's my man in right field. Absolutely love Avalos' game. Sound of the bat, ping, Avalos gone. Right to where the baseball was going to meet him. Good adjustment by Gutierrez, who got a ball up in his midsection.
To back in the top of the order, and Alec Novotny. Fly out to center, leading off the bottom of the first inning. Camp decides to go breaking ball on Novotny for a strike. Novotny ropes this one, but that will hook foul. Another good crowd here in the stands, sitting, and almost as many along the fence going down the left and right field lines. A lot of green down there. That means Eureka is in the house. They'll be playing in the Class 2A third place game. They're taking on Newman Central Catholic. Waiting on it. Novotny to right center, and that's going to find grass. Novotny, the one out single. Didn't quite hang up long enough.
Well, camp started Novotny with a breaking ball, got strike one. Then he showed his changeup, about 71 miles an hour. Then he came back with another breaking ball. So Novotny never saw the fastball in that sequence. Got his hands back on that breaking ball and hit it to right center field.
Doberstein, the last time he was at the plate, he left the yard and deposited the ball over that left field fence. Long look by Camp. Left and right fielder shading just a bit towards the line. Counting on Ben Sink in center field to cover a lot of ground. Novotny back.
Carroll playing very deep and left now. Good adjustment, has how much we've seen the ball carry here. First couple innings here this morning, this afternoon now.
Grounder to third, a chance for two. Terhar to Etchison to Holmes, ring him up. 5-4-3 in the end of the inning. We've played three complete here in your 1A championship ball game. The score is where we left you in the first inning. Father McGivney 3, Marquette 1.
Stop by to grab a refreshing medium cup.
Today's event is available to download. Just click the Buy a Copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app. That comes on your Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. And we hope you are watching this one live. It is the Class 1A state title game.
Unfortunately for him and their team, somebody that's on the bench watching this game is Isaac Wendler, one of their captains, one of their top pitchers with a 6-1 record, one of their top hitters with a 402 batting average. He had some sickness coming in the tournament. The doctor would not let him play. We did see an appearance with him yesterday, though.
He did. Chris Irwin, the head coach for Father McGivney, got him in a pinch running spot at third base. Now, McGivney yesterday was in the third base dugout, so it was a pinch running spot. He brought him in for one pitch, told the hitter, I believe it might have been Camp, to take a pitch so there'd be no running involved. And after that one pitch, Irwin replaced Wendler back. A very classy move, very cool. And not only the teammates appreciate it, but the entire Father McGivney fan section.
Yeah, Chris Irwin said, I had to get him into the tournament. He's one of the reasons we got here.
Sink and a line drive to Mitri. Mitri down on his knee, read that perfectly, that sinking line drive.
That ball was flat out scalded. It left the bat in a millisecond. Good job tracing and following that baseball by Mitri.
Another left-hand hitter, Scott Phelps. He'll go after the first one. This is a spinner out to short. Novotny will have to throw in a run. Mitri with the scoop and got him. Excellent play on both ends. Alec Novotny on the run-through. Mitri, the pick.
Throwing some leather. Right now are the Crusaders, too. Nice plays in that one single, 6-3.
After that 3-run first inning, Griffin Doberstein has retired 9 of the last 10 batters. And smothered there by Couch. And that's a quick inning. 3 excellent defensive plays sends Ottawa Marquette into their dugout. They'll come out hitting. We're halfway home already in this 1A championship game. A 2-run difference.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. And we are Dave Bernhardt and Mark Lindo bringing this entire tournament to you. We'll be in Joliet next week for 3A and 4A.
Well, how great is this game when it's played properly, and when it's played fundamentally sound, and you sprinkle in some superlative plays defensively, and this game has rhythm and tempo right now. 2 teams both executing at a high level. We said at the beginning of this ball game, both teams could hit the baseball, so the team that gave up the fewest freebies, i.e. walks, hit by pitch errors, and the team that made plays defensively would be champions. Both teams have done that part of the recipe thus far.
We've had 1 error in this game and no walks. We've had 8 hits. And of those 8 hits, 6 of them came in the first inning.
And you go back to the top of this inning, Father McGivney was all over the baseball, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
But defensively, so were the Crusaders all over the baseball on the defensive end.
Sam Mitri to lead off against Cannon Camp, who's retired 7 of the last 8 batters that have come to the plate for Ottawa Marquette. Again, Marquette 34-3 on the season. Father McGivney 38-3. Mitri behind that 83-mile-per-hour fastball.
Mitri was dinged a little bit in their tournament win over St. Ed's. Not running as well as usual. Not normally a speedster, but a definitely gap power hitter.
The 1-2 pitch. Mitri waited. Oh, Todd Hopkins.
Well, he saw his team throw some leather last inning, so he tried to get in on it as well.
Todd Hopkins from Putnam County High School. Went to Aurora University and Eureka College. He was 1995 most valuable player at Eureka. And he was a member of the 92 Aurora University team that played in the Division III World Series. So he's got some cred behind him. You want to extend that a little bit. Todd's dad, Phil, played on the 1965 St. Bede team. Mitri waits, and that gets by. I think it fooled Justin Terhar. A base hit for Mitri to lead things off here in the 4th.
That ball was scalded, too. A lot of top hand. That spin just ate up Tahar on that one.
Mitri 2 for 2 today.
Now batting number 7, Keaton Davis.
Keaton Davis looks down at his wristband after his head coach, Todd Hopkins, took a long look at that file card that he pulled out of his pocket. Mitri at first. Davis a strikeout victim in the first inning. Well, these 2 teams can swing the bats, no doubt about it. 9 hits today against some excellent pitching. Got that outside corner. Davis will be followed by Anthony Couch and Grant Dose. Last inning ended with a 5:43 double play. Davis hung with it. Stared it down. It fell into the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Camp missed in the zone that time. That ball was supposed to be on the outer edge. Instead, it split the plate. And Davis just gave up on it.
Mitri at first base. Davis gets a piece of it and sends it back. Good location once again for Camp.
Game 6, and nary a foul ball into our booth yet. How about that?
That's going to be tough. Tough angle.
Yeah.
Got an overhang in front of us. This ball's hit, sinking, and down in front of Carroll. First 2 batters aboard. Back-to-back singles from Mitri and Davis.
That was another change that got hit. What's going on there is he left that one up location-wise, and he's thrown a couple change-ups, and they've both been barreled.
Courtesy runner is Connor Baker. He runs for the catcher, Davis.
Where bunt coverage number 4 is, that's what's on right now. See if the infield tips off what they're doing on a would-be bunt.
At the plate will be Anthony Couch.
I think they're going to let him swing, though, don't you?
Well, 370 average. I feel like they will. Holmes creeping in from first base. Terhar angled, looking at second, looking at home. Got a bunt. Kind of reached out and poked at it.
So you mentioned Terhar looking at second base. He's in where the brown and green meet. I won't call it a cutout to dirt because it's not, but he's on an angle at 45 degrees. That means he can read the top hand of a bunt as well as see the base runner. Would he be going?
Mitri at second, Baker at first. And a balk has been called. I think the first person that saw it was the on-deck hitter, Grant Dose. Well, that changes the complexion of this inning immediately. Runner second and third with nobody out, 1 strike on the hitter, Couch. Now the count evens 1-1. Camp has gotten away with a couple of pitches up there, the last couple of batters. Make that 0-2, we should say.
Well, Camp's looking down for 0-2. He's not bunting here with no one out. His job's to barrel the ball any which way. Defense playing back. All you got to make contact and the score run and move a guy over more than likely.
Got that outside corner. Great pitch on the fastball at 84.
Back-to-back quality pitches. One a breaking ball, one a fastball. And a paint on the outside.
Second strikeout of the game for Camp, the first out of the 4th inning. Grant Dose at the plate. Dose will take strike 1. Middle innings. This is a big one right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull a Houdini and escape artist here.
He's quickly ahead in the count on Dose at 0-2.
Got a really good opportunity to go high, hard here and get Dose to change. He can use, honestly, he can use 2 pitches to get him out here. 0-2, he can go 1-2, he can go 2-2 and still be in command.
Long look for Camp and too long for Dose.
Good timeout by Dose because he got a chance to reset.
This will be out of play to the right side. About 10 young people out there fighting over the ball.
Somebody win the battle?
They did, and gave it to somebody else who then started sprinting away.
And Camp and Doze each trying to have their own individual win on this. Camp can be off the zone. Don't give him something too good.
That's where he was going. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dose, a 300 hitter coming into the finals here this weekend. One-two pitch. Line drive to left field. The catch is made by Carroll. Tagging at third is Mitri. He will score. Sacrifice fly makes this a 1-run game. Grant Dose, the RBI.
Good job by Dose with 2 strikes to end up getting that run in. Mitri's a man that scores after he led off this inning with a single. But they inch a little bit closer.
Jackson Higgins to bat with 2 outs and a runner at second. Higgins popped out to short left field, popped out to the shortstop. Camp delivers. He has been working that edge and he's gotten a call.
So, yeah, they've elongated that 17-inch plate to about 18 right now on the right side.
Waits on that one, dropping. It will fall. Here comes Baker. This game is tied and advancing to second base will be Jackson Higgins, a game-tying RBI.
Higgins got a breaking ball that stayed up. Second consecutive batter hit the ball hard, being behind on the count. That's a mistake in the zone by Camp. And Higgins was the beneficiary.
RBI sac fly from Grant Dose. RBI single, Jackson Higgins. We have a 3-3 game. The defending state champs coming back from a 3-1 deficit. Advancing a second was Higgins. He's in scoring position for Caden Durden. That one is too much outside. And now Todd Hopkins wants the conversation to be between he, Durden, and the runner at second base, Higgins.
The only thing you possibly could surmise from this is, are they seeing something on second base from a sign standpoint? They're trying to relay something from runner to batter. Otherwise, conversation-wise, with 2 outs, a man on second base, what, get a base hit, right?
Durden with the 1-0 count. That was a yacker. That was a 12-6 dropped in there. Patient at bat here for Caden Durden. Peyton Gutierrez swinging the stick on deck.
Gutierrez hit it hard his first time up after being behind on the count 0-2.
That one just got away. Camp not real happy with himself there. On 3-1. Now Durden's going to have to come back. He'll have to pick that bat up. That's a called strike in the outside corner. He turns to the home plate umpire, Matt Olson, and you could almost see his lips say sorry. Three-two, 2 outs. Grounder up the middle. Kleinheider smoothly over. And that retires the side. 2 huge runs for the defending state champs, Ottawa Marquette. Those two tie it. We're down to a 3-inning game in your 1A state title ball game here in Champaign.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
You are watching live coverage of the IHSA Baseball Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action. Well, Mark, we saw a good game in our 1A third place game before that was opened up by Pawnee, eventually a 9-4 win over Lexington. We've got a beauty going here.
We do. This is a well-played game. Each team with one error. Both pitchers have been pounding the zone consistently. Some clutch hitting, some good two-strike hitting by both teams. And we have seen some superlative defensive plays by both teams, both in the infield and the outfield. Why wouldn't you expect that? You're playing for a state championship, right?
We go to the top of the 5th inning in a tie game, and the number 9 hitter, Riley Sutberry, the designated hitter, will start it off. He'll take strike 1 from Griffin Doberstein. He'll be followed by Camp and Avalos. Only 1 hit for Father McGivney since the 1st inning.
We talked about the history of their school, something they're very proud of. They have a 3.5 GPA. They've been an academic all-state team 3 different times. So that just shows what they value there. Again, the faith family in baseball with no excuses.
Doberstein working quickly. That will find its way into left field. The leadoff single here in the top of the 5th inning.
Well, this team 25 times at double-digit scoring. 7 of the last 8 games they've been in double figures. 5 times in the tournament. They have 3 right now. And at any time they can explode. And they got their big boppers coming up, the next 4 hitters.
And this may be a pitching change right here. And the reason I say that is Alec Novotny was originally in that starting spot with Doberstein at short. And they are going to flip-flop them right now because this would be the 3rd time through the order. And Doberstein did his job in the mound, and he has a solo home run to boot. So it will be Alec Novotny coming on to throw.
They're on their feet on the third base side, giving him that ovation at this point. And Novotny is a nice guy to bring into the baseball game because he's got some numbers that just don't quit from a pitching standpoint. 9-0 on the season. I don't know if he would have got yesterday's win or not. We don't have the official book on that, I don't think, with the pitching because he came out with that huge lead, but he only pitched 2 innings. 58 innings pitched, 59 now, 114 strikeouts against just 6 walks coming in, and a microscopic earned run average of 0.12. Now, he did give up a run in the first inning yesterday. We recall that, but he has been superlative on the hill.
This was a decision that Todd Hopkins was mulling over, and as we said, it's a last-minute switch. About 20 minutes before game time, we got the switch. Novotny scheduled to start, but I think the thinking here for Hopkins was, if I can keep this thing close, and I'm bringing my ace in to try to finish things off here, and indeed, those 2 runs last inning gone a long way to getting Novotny on the hill here. And he has pitches to burn. You said just 2 innings pitched yesterday.
Yeah, they did a good job utilizing their pitches yesterday with 3 different guys going on the bump for them. And Novotny's got to deal with Camp, Avalos, Kleinheider, and Tahar.
Wow.
I mean, those 4 can flat out rake the baseball back to back to back to back.
And this will be Camp to get things started. Is there any bunting going on here anywhere?
Don't think so.
Sutberry is at first, held on there by Mitri. Well, just before that pitch, as Camp was getting settled in the box, he made a very quick glance just to make sure that Mitri is holding the runner on at first. Now, does that have anything to do with a possible bunt attempt? He's going to put it down and bunt it foul. He will not be happy with himself on that.
Very surprised that they have him bunting. I know they're playing for 1 run and a lead here, but you got arguably one of the better hitters, not just Class 1A baseball, but in all of Illinois, as he's a Division I commit and able to drive the ball all over the ballpark.
Very short lead for Sutberry. Camp was ready to load up on that one. Avalos waits on deck.
Chris Irwin, if he gets antsy here, he can put a runner in motion and bet on Camp hitting this ball hard.
Camp will take a strike. That's an excellent pitch there from Novotny. Camp was ready to unload.
Novotny touched 85 on that one on the scoreboard.
Two pitch coming up. Camp reaches out for it, and this will find the stands, if not the berm.
Camp singled his first at bat, and his second at bat, he came 2 or 3 feet from leaving the ballpark. A great catch by DiBernardi and left.
He caught that right against the fence. I mean, not a step between that catch and the wall. And that was opposite field. Oh, Marquette fans thought they had one there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Sutberry at first. He represents the go-ahead run. Inches off a little bit more. He stays. Camp, line drive left field, slicing. And it will be down. And it gets past the left fielder, DiBernardi. Here comes Sutberry. He'll be held at third, second and third. Nobody out in the top of the 5th.
Same as before, that ball hit the line off the left-hander, goes to the line. It kept spinning away in the air from DiBernardi. And once it hit the ground, it even had more spin getting away from him, bounced up and over. That goes as a double, I assume, and justifiably so. Father McGivney right now with a chance to take the lead.
Infield in on the green. Avalos at the plate. Novotny will work for the full windup.
Which allows the runner, Sutbury on third, would be the lead runner, to get a little bit more of a distance of his walking lead with the infield in, trying to stop the play at the plate.
Avalos checks it up, and it's a strike. The other runner that gets the advantage is Camp out at second base. The shortstop in on the grass.
Yeah, Camp can get off 25 feet if he wants.
And not be worried about any line drives doubling him off. Avalos up on the bat. Swings and a miss. Novotny ran it away from Omar Avalos. Out number one.
Great pitch right there against a really good hitter as he stops and has a shot with Kleinheider, basically saying, here's what I just saw. And right now, Kleinheider becomes the biggest player, a batter in this game thus far. You're going to walk him, justifiably so. Set up a force play.
But as you mentioned, coming to the plate, Justin Terhar. And the Father McGivney fans recognize what Terhar, Missouri St. Louis recruit. You're good. Novotny still from the windup. Middle infield now is back. Here's Terhar.
Game situation for a state title.
Terhar a little anxious. Novotny breaks one off.
Great call by you. A little anxious. Stay within yourself. Think middle opposite here. Stay back and track the baseball. Let it get as deep as you can. Track it.
Outfield playing straight away and deep. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, that nearly ticked off the webbing of Keaton Davis. Two balls and a strike. Just had to reach out to get a piece of that.
That was a quality pitch because he's 2-1. Normally a fastball situation. Obviously, hitter Justin Tehar was ready for that, but then he had to adjust with the breaking ball.
Maybe the most important pitch of this game right here. Terhar fights it off.
And Terhar makes you call it again. Still the most important pitch.
He's got those short sleeves cinched up to his shoulders. He's ready to go in the batter's box.
The old sun's out, guns out, right there.
Bases loaded for Father McGivney. The pitch. Ground ball in the hole left field. That will score one. Here comes number two. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Two-run single. Justin Terhar and a 5-3 lead.
Well, a big bopper came through with a hard hit ground ball through the 5-6 hole as he laced it. No chance. Gets two ribeyes on that one. Came into this thing with 48 RBIs. Two more there. None bigger than that. As the Griffins have gone ahead and maybe not done yet.
Mason Holmes with one out, runners first and second. Holmes is right on that pitch. Third hit of the day for Terhar, 3 for 3. He's got 3 runs batted in today. Pitch to Holmes. This one to left. DiBernardi is right there. No advancement. Ter Haar now with 52 runs batted in on the season. Yesterday, Ter Haar was 1 for 2, so his batting average dropped because he was hitting .509. He makes up for it today by going 3 for 3. Man. Ben Sink, he's looking to pick up another one here. Sink today, a sacrifice fly, and a hard line drive out to first.
Yeah, that was a laser off his bat.
Novotny delivers. Sink goes that way again. He finds the hole. Kleinhinder being waved. The throw home. And he's out of there. Jackson Higgins throwing a strike. The collision at home leaves Kleinhinder on the ground. Keaton Davis puts the tag on him. That closes out the 5th inning. However, the 2 big runs, the 2-run single from Justin Ter Haar gives Father McGivney the 5-3 lead with Kleinhinder still down on the ground.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
So Kleinhinder still on the ground, and the conversation with Chris Irwin, the head coach for Father McGivney, along with home plate umpire Matt Olson, had to do with, I'm sure, he was asking for obstruction on that play.
Yeah, what he was asking is to Keaton Davis come up and catch that ball in front of home plate, the sliding area, where the runner had nowhere to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think the obstruction call is the most miscalled play, whether it be softball or baseball. I don't know if there's complete clarity on the rule, because the other part of it is the fielder has to be able to make an attempt to catch the ball.
Right. Yeah, the throw came up to the catcher, Kleinhinder, and he got there simultaneously. Good job by Chris Irwin. I mean, you're sending him right with 2.
Oh, sure.
You make them make a play, and that was, boy, he airmailed that. Jackson Higgins threw that ball on line, on the air. We had an exciting play at home plate. Kleinhinder paced for it a little bit, but they put up 2 runs, and a huge play by out of Marquette. If the Crusaders come back and win this game, you can mark that down as a huge, huge play in the baseball game from a defensive standpoint.
5th inning stretch here at Illinois Field. Chance to remind you that today's event is available to download. Just click the Buy a Copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. And it's also available to all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Well, how does Marquette answer? The key, I mean, how many key at-bats did you have in that last inning? But how about the leadoff single from Riley Sudbury out of that 9 spot in the order?
Absolutely big, set the table, which set the table for, the big 4, including the double by Camp. Then the big strikeout against Aviles, but Kleinhinder came through, as well as Ter Haar, who got the big hit in that inning.
Kleinhinder's back out on the field. He's back at shortstop, taking some ground balls here.
He'll play for the Billikens of SLU next year. Gutsy kid. You knew he wasn't going to come out of this baseball game.
No, sir.
He played for a state title. He wants that ring.
Top half of this inning started with the number 9 hitter for Father McGivney, and that's how we'll start the bottom half of the inning, number 9 hitter for Ottawa Marquette, Peyton Gutierrez.
And Gutierrez hit it hard his last time up from the 9-hole.
Camp gets that ball right back from Phelps, and he is ready to go.
Yeah, his body language right now is, I got a lead. Give me the rock.
Fisting it, nearly hit that third base bag. That would have been interesting. Count quickly, 0-2.
Now, one thing that Camp has done in this game, he's been ahead quite a bit on a consistent basis, but he's thrown some balls in the zone that have been hit with 2 strikes.
Gutierrez will look at strike 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 1 out in the inning. Third strikeout for Camp.
Now batting number 15, Alec Novotny.
Novotny today, 1 for 2. Top of the order for Ottawa Marquette. He'll go after that first pitch, and this time Hopkins cannot handle that hot shot. Tried to short hop it. Ball just lazily sitting there in foul territory.
Somebody's got to get it, and you got to put the helmet on now.
There was some movement in that Marquette dugout, and here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning and a 5-3 McGivney lead in your 1A title game.
Camp labored a little bit last inning, but he looks refreshed with that lead right now.
That last inning, there were 3 hits, a couple of runs scored by Ottawa Marquette. Crusaders won the state championship last year with a 6-2 win over Altamont. That game played in Peoria. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike.
There's a straight change. He's utilized about 6 or 7 times today. That was the best location of that.
The backhand from Kleinheider made it look easy. 6-3 and 2 outs here in the 5th.
Kleinheider said, what collision? No, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm playing for a championship. Little backhand squared off, throw a seed. 2 outs to get the dangerous Novotny.
Griffin Doberstein in the first inning hit a solo home run.
Number 22, Griffin Doberstein.
Doberstein did an excellent job on the mound as well. Wrapped into a 5:43 double play. Foul ball back. That's about 8 rows up. Everybody wants a foul ball until it's coming down hard on you.
Then you scatter.
Yeah.
Come on, fans, bring that glove to the game, right?
Two outs in the bottom of the 5th. Rhythmic clapping coming from the Marquette dugout. Right off the fist. Drops in front of Terhar, trying to make the play from third base.
Camp had first pitch strikes on all 3 batters thus far this inning. That's when you get control of a game.
Doberstein, a sophomore, stands in against Cannon Camp. This one's hard to left center field. Cut off nicely by Carroll, and he will hold Doberstein to a 2-out single.
Well, both left fielders have been solid today, haven't they?
You know, it's interesting because they're out there for their defense. The DH is batting in the 9th spot, batting for each of the left fielders.
Carroll for Father McGivney, and DiBernardi for Marquette. Both solid defensively contributing today.
And here's Sam Mitri. Camp is going to have to make some pitches on him. Mitri could tie this ball game with one swing. They're looking to go outside. Strike one.
4 consecutive batters. He's been strike one, utilizing both the fastball and the breaking ball. So keeping hitters without being able to gauge any kind of pattern.
And that will get away, and that will advance Doberstein to second. A wild pitch with 2 outs. Boy, this becomes a super important bat here for Mitri and the Crusaders. To check the outfield, they are playing deep. Doberstein at second will be off on contact. And it gets past the first baseman, Holmes. Doberstein waved around. He will score. We're at a 1-run game. Error on the first baseman, Mason Holmes, allows Doberstein to come around from second.
So you get a 2-out hit, a pass ball, and then an error, and you got a run on the board. We got a 1-run ball game. And Mitri, even though he does not get a hit, it's an error, no RBI there, but he hit that ball hard.
Connor Baker, who was a courtesy runner earlier, is a straight-up pinch runner here for Mitri. Well, as you said, this inning started very quietly. Called strike 3 and a ground out. Keaton Davis will be at the plate when this conversation on the mound breaks up. Davis, .434 average in a season, 13 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs. Davis today a single and a run scored.
I think with the elements, with the score, with 2 outs, you have to play your outfield pretty deep right now. You don't want to make them get 2 more hits to tie you instead of 1 in the gap.
Yeah, they are very deep. 5-4 is our score. Davis didn't like the looks of that one. Strike 1.
Strike 1 again. Every batter this inning, he's been ahead on the count, has the pitcher Camp.
Baker the lead at first, token toss to get him back. Well, Mark, regardless of what happens the rest of the thing, what a huge run that was right there to cut a 2-run lead down to 1 here in the 5th inning.
Whole different mindset. And it will be a 2-inning game no matter what the score is after this.
Baker inches back off the bag.
Not a big lead.
High and tight.
You watch Baker, see if he extends at all or if he opens up that right foot a bit. Looking for telltale signs. Nothing changed there thus far.
I think they're going to just let Davis try to find a gap here. To short, Kleinheider to the backhand. Short way to second. Now we'll close out the inning. Big, big run. The Air scores Doberstein, and we will go to the 6th. A 5-4 game in your 1A championship battle.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
I get hurt! That's solo!
You see like it?
Yeah!
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school.
For these two teams, the destination at 2:27 is a state title sometime in the next 30 to 40 minutes.
5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for Father McGivney. Ottawa Marquette, 4 runs, 7 hits, and an error. 7, 8, 9 in the McGivney order here in the top of the 6th inning. Scott Phelps, Ty Etchison, and Riley Sutberry. Phelps was victimized his last time up by a slick run-through by the shortstop at that time, Alec Novotny, and then the subsequent pick on the low throw by Mitri. This is a foul ball. Sterling Newman Central Catholic down the first base line. They're taking some batting practice out there, stretching. They'll be taking on Eureka in our third place game in 2A. Phelps will take for strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alec Novotny on the mound for Ottawa Marquette. Rolls it out to the second baseman. Couch is able to smother it. They out at first.
Really nice job by Couch. You talk about smothering, that he did. Then still had the mental capacity to gather himself, know he had plenty of time to make a play in the most important first out of an inning.
Now batting number 5, Ty Etchison.
Ty Etchison, the junior second baseman, a strikeout and a ground out today. Novotny finds the target on that overhand curveball. And a fastball. 68 curveball. 87 is what the gun reads on that fastball for Novotny. Reaching out, this ball's dropping fast in right field, closing hard, and a sliding catch by Jackson Higgins. Higgins with the sliding catch earlier. The throw to cut down a run. That was last inning.
And it bears repeating how well both of these teams have made superlative plays defensively. We've probably seen about 5 or 6 web gems in this game.
The outfield play has been outstanding this entire tournament. Sutberry, he got the inning started, scored a run. The front part of Justin Terhart's 2 RBI single. Sutberry down in the count, 0-2. Good spot for that fastball. That was at 87.
Well, your Father McGivney, you're in a win-win situation with Sutberry because he gets on, he turns the lineup over for the Boppers. If he doesn't get on, the big fellas lead off next inning at the top 4.
Sutberry goes down looking, a 1-2-3 inning for Novotny. So it was a hold'em inning, and indeed he did. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Marquette down by a run.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
We will have a change here. I believe we'll get a pitching change, Mark.
We shall. Be number 3 from Father McGivney. That would be Evan Kuntz. Sophomore, trying to hold things in a situation of, Kuntz is senior, trying to hold things in this safe situation. Mid-80s kind of fastball change slider pitcher. He'll go to John Wood Community College. But Kuntz has some pretty decent numbers in regards to relief. Allowed just 2 runs this year in his relief appearances. So his job is to maintain and get his team at least to the 7th. Pretty solid job by Cannon Camp, getting them through 5 complete.
Camp will go to second base, and that will push the second baseman Ty Etchison over to first. So Mason Holmes is out of this ball game right now. Kuntz hits the ball in the biggest moment of his high school baseball career. Father McGivney took a 3-1 lead at the end of the first inning. Then this game got tied in the bottom of the 4th when Marquette put a couple on the board, made it 3-3 at the end of 4, but McGivney came right back with a 2 spot in the top of the 5th, stretch it to a 5-3 lead. In the last inning, it was Marquette that stuck a run on the board. That's where we sit, 5-4 here. In the bottom of the 6th inning, Anthony Couch to lead things off against Kuntz. Couch goes after that first pitch. Couch will be followed by Dose and Higgins.
Who's long and lanky, live arm, long arm in that baseball. Touched 85 on a first ball fastball.
Kuntz headed to John Wood Community College.
Works on the first base side of the rubber.
They'll get the call on that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Couch. Couch on a 2-hopper to Kleinheider. Put that one in the book as soon as that ball was hit. Kleinheider so steady out there. 1 gone to Grant Dose.
Number 23, Grant Dose.
Yeah, Kleinheider, he just knows, not thinks, he knows he owns the shortstop position. He plays and moves laterally with relative ease, going to both his glove side left and into the hole with a couple backhands in this tournament.
Kuntz, the fastball at 85, right there. Dose, 5'7", 200-pound junior in the batter's box.
Don't dig in, right?
One ball and 2 strikes.
Wind picking up even more so now. Blowing out to left field. Ball will indeed carry that direction.
Just a bit outside. Fans down the first base side thought they had it. Scott Phelps actually lined up outside of the strike zone, but yet from that perspective, he caught it between his shoulders. He's up and away this time. Dose says, no, I did not do it, and they'll check, and he did not. Big 3-2 pitch here.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He'll go heater here. It's a challenge time.
He'll miss with it. No, he'll get him. Fastball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 gone to Jackson Higgins. Higgins with a huge RBI in the 4th. Threw a runner out at the plate from right field and then made a sliding catch. He has had a day. Kuntz just painting it right now.
Pour nothing but strikes.
If you're looking for the long ball from Higgins, it would be his first of the season. 3 doubles and 2 triples. Count goes to 3-1 with 2 out. Caden Durden waits on deck. Higgins, the number 7 hitter in the order.
One pitch he's looking for now.
He was looking all the way.
Yeah, he got it and didn't swing at it.
Yeah, that will be the best pitch in this at bat. And it will be a walk. 2-out walk. Sets it up for Durden. And what this is doing is that was a number 7 hitter. Now Durden becomes the number 8 hitter. And depending on what happens the rest of this inning, you're going to get to the top of that order.
Yeah, both teams in the 7th inning should send their best batters to the plate, respectively. Interesting pitch selection on 3-2 there when he's getting it up there about 85 miles an hour. You have a 1-run lead. Think it'd be challenge time, but instead he went with the breaking ball.
Higgins with the short lead at first as Durden takes, or strike 1, or for ball 1, we should say.
Just the last 4 or 5 pitchers, Kuntz is what I call jumping at home plate right now. He's not staying back long enough and letting his arm slot get up. Stay back against the pitching mound a little bit longer. Let your leg catch up. Straight take here, right?
Runner goes. The throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Higgins. And there's your tying run in scoring position.
Not a chance for Scott Phelps on that one. Had a show me right there, and that allowed the fake bunt by Durden, allowed the extra step for the base runner, Steeler Higgins.
Durden 0 for 2 today, a couple of ground outs. He'll take it, and the count goes to 2-1.
You have 2 outs, you're cruising, you allow a base on balls. You're ahead of the count 1-2. A stolen base, now you're behind on the count.
And that's right down the middle. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the sophomore third baseman. Crowd goes silent for just a moment. Durden back in. Inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck if they can get to him is Peyton Gutierrez. To the right side. Etchison will win the race to the bag. So stranded in scoring position was Jackson Higgins. No runs across the plate. We will go to the 7th inning in your 1A championship game. Father McGivney 5, Ottawa Marquette 4. Father McGivney looking for its first state baseball championship in school history, finished second in 2021. Ottawa Marquette looking to go back-to-back with state titles. Crusaders, state championships in 2019 and 24. A couple other state finishes as well. And Mark, we get to the 7th inning, and as you said, it's going to be the top of the order, so we're going to decide the final outcome of this game. It's 1-2-3 in the order for McGivney here. And when we get to the bottom, it'll be 9-1-2.
So we'll see some hitters. Pitchers are going to have to make some quality pitches, and this is the third time I've said it today, but you're going to have to make plays defensively. Thus far, both teams really have. I know there's a couple errors on the board where there's been some sparkling defense, and who can defend here in inning number 7? Or will there be a key mistake that opens up a floodgate for either team? We shall see how it plays out.
Cannon Camp to lead things off, a single and a double. And then his hardest hit ball, his longest hit ball, was a catch that was made right up against the left field wall by the left fielder, Easton DiBernardi. It was a double and a run scored in the 5th inning. That's the difference in the game. Alec Novotny on the hill came on in relief in the 5th inning. One ball and 2 strikes. Well, we have our fans out in that right field area there where there's no windscreen. You pull up a chair, sit at the picnic table.
7 panels of no-pay baseball.
Count evens at 2. Got him looking in the outside corner. Big pitch from Novotny to start the 7th.
That ball had late run. Must have been a little bit of two-seam action on the 85 mile an hour because Camp knew it and turned and went right to the dugout.
Number 1, Omar Avalos.
Omar Avalos, a strikeout victim last time. They went away from Avalos, and that's where they want to start him in this at-bat.
Avalos, such a strong, chiseled body.
He'll look at the curveball for a strike, evens it up. 1-1. To the second baseman couch. He has been rock solid today. 2 quick outs. Drew Kleinheider singled. He was intentionally walked in front of Justin Terhar, and Terhar foiled that strategy with a 2-run go-ahead single. That was in the 5th.
Number 28, Drew Kleinheider.
And that's the lead they enjoy right now.
Kleinheider involved in that home plate collision with Keaton Davis. To short. Doberstein, long throw across. Big time play, but he didn't get him. So an infield single for Kleinheider. No argument here from Ottawa Marquette. Now you have a stolen base threat over at first base.
Nice play right there. Executed. Just didn't get the call at first, so we play on.
This is a great time to run here for Kleinheider. 45 stolen bases. Fastball misses. Kleinheider actually had a stolen base yesterday, so 46 stolen bases on the season. There he goes. Taking all the way. The throw down, not a chance. Stolen base number 47 on the year for Kleinheider.
Not a chance at all for Keaton Davis either. That was a breaking ball, so that even gave more time for Kleinheider. Good guess there. And plus the ball was down, so he had to go down and get the baseball before he came up into his pop time.
3 for 3 day for Justin Terhar.
Got a base open. You have two choices. I guess you have three choices. Go ahead and pitch to him, pitch around him, or just flat out walk him with a first base open.
It counts 2-1 right now. Well, it's pretty clear. He's going to pitch to him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Huge runner out at second base. And Novotny didn't want it that far out. Not happy. 3-2.
Want to make a competitive pitch that you might get a chase on.
So Terhar will walk. I'm not sure that's the worst thing that could happen.
No, if there's such a thing as a good walk, it was right there. You got arguably a 52 RBI guy. You are certainly not going to give in to him. You don't need to with a man on first. Should be Jimmy St. Angelo walking to the mound, pitching coach. He actually won a state tournament game earlier in his career, and his dad, Mike, won a state title at St. Bede, Mike St. Angelo. So been some success at the state level in the St. Angelo family.
And the discussion is, how do we handle our next hitter?
And you're telling your infield, no matter what, lay out for a baseball. Keep it in the infield area.
This will be Mason Holmes. Single and a couple of flyouts today for the senior.
Now batting number 8, Mason Holmes.
Runners first and second. Kleinheider, great speed at second base. Holmes goes to short. Doberstein, the force to second. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. One more drama do you want? We go to the bottom of the 7th. Your defending state champs trailing by a run. 5-4 McGivney.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on, so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Now, this is what it was supposed to be, right? You had two teams coming in, a combined 72 wins and just 6 losses on the season. You expected a one-run game. Going into the bottom of the 7th inning, your defending state champs down by a run. They start with their number 9 hitter.
Yeah, he's got one job, get on base any old which way. We talked about some hit-by pitches. Haven't seen any of this game, but hit-by pitch, get on the air, catcher's interference, base hit, doesn't matter. His job is to get on base. But even if Peyton Gutierrez doesn't, they turn the lineup over with Novotny, Doberstein, Mitri. I mean, they got some hammers coming up as well. And on the other side of things, for Evan Kuntz, basically his job is to pound the strike zone, keep the ball down. We'll see if Tehar and Etchison at the 2 corners, 3rd and 1st respectively, guard the lines against extra bases, which I think they should. You got a good speedy outfield in Father McGivney with Carroll, Sink, and Avelis, and their job is to cut down any gap base hit. Got a pinch hitter, though.
And it will be Easton DiBernardi. DiBernardi had been hit for by Gutierrez. So Easton DiBernardi. He's so anxious to get in there and to make sure the umpire was coming.
Leading off number 21, Easton DiBernardi.
Right up on the plate, looking to bunt. And that's what he was there for.
That was the idea. A little sneak attack, right?
He saw the speed of DiBernardi down the first baseline. I'm not sure how sneaky it will be this time. He's got Alec Novotny on deck behind him.
That brings the corners in a bit, but again, a slash down either line is easily a double, maybe a triple if it got to the wall.
Terhar giving a lot of room along the third base side. Dropped the barrel on it. 0-2, not exactly what was in the game plan. So once again, DiBernardi to walk slowly back and pick up that bat. Hitting here against Evan Kuntz in his second inning of relief. He was going to bunt.
If that's how you're going to try to create, you might as well try to create that way.
It's opened up the stance some here. 2 straight misses from Kuntz.
And Kuntz cannot focus on any movement by DiBernardi with the top hand of the bat. He just has to focus on the catcher's mitt of Scott Phelps.
DiBernardi will use the offensive timeout.
And that becomes significant. There's
yes.
one timeout spent already. If there's something later on in this inning of significance, I think at that point, he could have just yelled, "Do you want me to bunt or not?"
Yes.
But no, I'm serious.
Yeah, I know.
Because he showed it 4 times. So.
Showing, pulling back, taking ball 3.
How about that?
Wow, wow, wow.
Worked it back to 3-2. Quite honestly, you notice goes to Kuntz now that he has to throw a strike.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. DiBernardi hustling down to first base. What a crazy at bat that was.
Defending champs, they were not going to go away easily. And we talked about Kuntz. His only job was to pound the zone. Gets ahead 0-2 on 2 faint bunt attempts. And then, quite honestly, not close on the next 4 pitches.
I think that did rattle him, the idea with 2 strikes.
Yep.
All right, we're at the top of the order. Alec Novotny. Novotny with a single and 3 trips to the plate. 400 hitter on the season. Top of the order. DiBernardi, the short lead at first. Novotny shows bunt. He'll pull it back. Is this just a show, or is Novotny looking to put it down? He has Doberstein behind him, and it's a home run today. Junior Alec Novotny. And that gets off the catcher's mitt, Scott Phelps. DiBernardi into second. There's your tying run with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th.
Crusaders got something going right now. Because even though they're trailing a run, actually they have a little bit of momentum right now, mentally.
You couldn't have asked for anything better for Marquette at this stage. Your leadoff batter at the plate, nobody out in the 7th. And the tying run in scoring position.
I think you got to make him throw a strike here. He's thrown 6 consecutive balls no matter what.
He'll take that pitch for a strike. And it was Ty Etchison. It was bearing down from first base. And he will bunt, and it's a good one. and it is foul. For 80 feet, that was a fair ball.
Woo. That hugged the line for a long time. Trying to put some pressure on the corner infielders with a man on second. Novotny will regroup, get up off the bottom, and just think contact here.
Right side of the infield is about halfway. The 2-2 pitch. Off his fist, foul. And that's as close as we're going to get to a foul ball, I think, Mark.
No doubt.
One row over and about 15 feet to our right.
The Griffins of Father McGivney, their outfield is incredibly deep. The reason that comes into play, if there's a base hit through the infield on the ground, it's a tie game. They would never be able to throw out DiBernardi.
Once again on 2-2. Little fister. Base hit center field. DiBernardi had to hold for his second, and he'll be held up at third. Good base running there by DiBernardi. Second baseman Camp made an effort. First and third, nobody out. Doberstein to the plate. Right off the fist for a base hit for Novotny. Is your heart pumping a little harder right now?
On their feet on the third base side.
Well, I would say those folks' hearts beating, I would say the hearts are in the throats of the Father McGivney fans. Again, the outfield playing very deep. They will stay that way all the way through this stretch here of Doberstein, Mitri, and Davis. Doberstein with a couple of hits today, one left the park.
After Chris Irwin, you got a tough coaching decision to make. That is, what do you do with your infield? Do you play back, concede the tying run, and play for a double play and try to get out of an inning, right? Play for extra innings? Or do you bring that infield in, which opens up holes all over the place?
Well,
try to cut down that run.
Well, they're going to play back.
Yeah.
They're playing back. And now the other thing you think about, how do we want to defend this first and third? If Todd Hopkins wants to do something with Novotny over at first. Here's Doberstein, a sophomore. Tying run at third, winning run at first. There goes Novotny. Now the winning run is at second. And now the infield is in.
Now I think I try to get Doberstein, and if you do, you're always thinking ahead. Then I walk Mitri with first base open.
The outfield creeps in a little as well to shorten that distance between the infielders and outfielders. Wild pitch. It comes back hard. The slide, safe. DiBernardi scores the tying run. Novotny stands at third.
Home plate jumping around a little bit on Coots right now. That ball was over the head. And it became a relatively close play because it hit the padding behind home plate. And came right back to the catcher Phelps. Now the outfield's got to come a heck of a lot right now.
Pulling back on the bunt.
If they catch a fly ball the depth they're at right now, game's over.
Three balls and no strikes. He'll get the strike there. The runner at third's Novotny. Good speed there. I agree. I think the outfield may be a bit too deep. But Chris Irwin knows his arms. First and third. for Sam Mitri. 4-year varsity player.
Number 32, Sam Mitri.
His number-wise, I think you need to contemplate walking him, setting up forces.
Right now, Doberstein is going to steal behind the infield. There's no question in there. There he goes. Mitri, base hit, down the right field line. Ottawa Marquette goes back to back. The dog pile took place between first and second in the powder blue jerseys. The dark green jerseys sprawled across the field, devastated by the 6-5 win by Ottawa Marquette. 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th.
You knew they wouldn't go away easily, and they did not go away. They came all the way back instead of going away. A couple base on balls in that inning, a pass ball, and a big hit by Mitri, who's had a big-time career for them. Just laced that ball into right field. Base on balls by DiMernardi to lead off the inning after going 0-2. What a championship game it was. 6-5. Put it in the books as a mega memory.
This will be a memory both ways. And as you said it, how appropriate that Sam Mitri wraps up his career at Ottawa Marquette with a line drive game-winning signal in the state championship ball game. Wow.
That builder crescendo, and your state championship call didn't really build on the boom, first pitch, it was gone.
He jumped all over it.
What a fun game. And how about the year Father McGivney had, only 13 years old. What a well-coached team Chris Irwin did with this club. Had control of this game for the most part. And they are not state champions, but they are state champions, basically 1A.
38-4 final record for Father McGivney, but for Ottawa Marquette, they will close out the 2025 season with a 35-3 record and back-to-back Class 1A state championships. That will do it for Mark and me. We'll stick around for the awards presentation, and that will do it for 1A baseball in Illinois in 2025, and what a way to cap it off. Once again, the final score, Ottawa Marquette 6, Father McGivney 5. For Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhardt. 2A games to follow.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the 2025 Class 1A IHSA State Baseball Tournament. Presenting medallions and trophies are members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors attending the tournament. At this time, please meet the Griffins of Father McGivney, who finished the 1-in-2025 season in second place with a final record of 37 wins and 4 losses. The administrators for Father McGivney, the athletic director, Corey Klauser. And the assistant athletic director, Jeff Oler. Next up, the coaches. The head coach is Chris Irwin. Assistant coaches Mike Stober, Peter Dorgan, John Hubbard, and Donovan Irvin. The players for Father McGivney. Number 1, Omar Avalos. Number 2, Patty Martin. Number 3, Evan Koontz. Number 4, Jack Rolbus. Number 5, Ty Etchison. Number 6, Dane Heaven. Number 7, Riley Sudbury. Number 8, Mason Holmes. Number 11, Aiden Willis. Number 12, Tyler Jacobs. Number 13, Jacoby Danko. Number 14, Matt Bresnak. Number 15, Scott Phelps. Number 16, Ty Minosi. Number 17, Grant Reed. Number 18, Isaac Weichler. Number 20, Cannon Camp. Number 22, David Carroll. Number 24, Chase Kelly. Number 25, Jack Hunter. Number 26, Kenny Reibel. Number 27, Ben Sink. Number 28, Drew Kleinheider. And number 34, Justin Terhar. At this time, please meet the Crusaders of Ottawa, Marquette, who finished the 1A season in first place with a final record of 34 wins and 3 losses. The administrator, Principal Brooke Rick, Athletic Director Todd Hopkins, Assistant Athletic Director Mindy McConaughey, Dean of Students Mike Hall, the trainer Brandy Peters, and Vicar General Monsignor Philip Halfacre. The head coach is Todd Hopkins. The assistant coaches Brian Brexner. Jimmy D'Angelo, Brad Waldron, and Matt Nelson. And now the players. Number 1, Brady Dose. Number 3, Bo Thompson. Number 5, Caden Durden. Number 6, Connor Baker. Number 7, Keaton Davis. Number 8, Rush Keeper. Number 9, Jackson Higgins. Number 12, Peyton Gutierrez. Number 14, Billy Gallion. Number 15, Alec Novotny. Number 17, Michael Johnson. Number 21, Easton DiBernardi. Number 22, Griffin Doberstein. Number 23, Grant Dose. Number 24, Anthony Couch. Number 25, Jackson Ritz. Number 26, Braxton Nell. Number 32, Sam Mitri. Number 33, David Claremont. Number 34, Luke McCullough. And number 35, Clayton Cassell. And the manager is Steve Pizza Shearer. Coach Irwin and captains of Father McGivney, please step forward to receive the second place trophy. Coach Hopkins and captains of Ottawa Marquette, please step forward to receive the first place trophy. Thank you for coming to the 2025 IHSA State Baseball Tournament. We hope to see you again next year.